Hey guys, welcome back to the Elizabethan era. This is my life update. This is my advice. This is the most common questions that I've been asked, and I wanted to share them all with you all just in case you were ever going through something, going through a life change, currently relocating, moving, and you just wanted some advice and you wanted to know like what's up, like what is something that I could benefit from prior to making this new adjustment or shift into a new chapter of my life. Tell me how much you want for you. Tell me if I want for you. Tell me how much you want for you. You are singing song for you. So, in the past two videos, we talked about post-grad, everything that has kind of encompassed in my post-grad life, how things are going now that I moved here to Chicago. We talked about keeping the faith, really staying spiritual and being led by Christ. We discussed making friends and moving to a new city as a whole. So now we're going to talk about finding your footing, staying motivated through the changes, and staying the course. So finding your footing, what does that really mean? For me, finding your footing is getting adjusted, getting acclimated, and really understanding where you are. It was helpful for me to know a few individuals once I had moved here, but initially before I moved here, I didn't know anyone. And I think that was really helpful for me to kind of get adjusted because there was amazing people. Like one person who is my soror has been such a help, and just being able to navigate the space and not necessarily be alone has been so helpful. But if you don't necessarily have another person that's reaching out and helping you, then finding your footing could definitely be difficult. Also, one thing I'll express, moving to Chicago in the summertime or in the springtime, great idea because everyone's going out. Moving to Chicago in the wintertime, not the best, because not everyone is going to be out and about. Like they say, the city doesn't sleep, but from the people that I have talked and asked them about their journey and experience, whenever they mention I moved here in October, I moved here in, November, that's an awkward time to meet people and get adjusted because, the weather's harsh, no one's really going out, and everyone's having house parties, game nights, kickbacks, more secluded things. So whereas in the summer when you go out, you can meet some people who, would just be out. Okay, see what I mean? When it comes to finding your footing, you have to realize what are your standards, what are your morals, what are your non-negotiables. Once you set those, then you can open up the parameters and the boundaries of what am I willing to, negotiate? What am I willing to be okay, I said this is my standard, but I'm open to XYZ because I'm in a new environment. That's when you can start molding and making the shifts. If you are just I'm a free-for-all person, whatever, let's just see where the chips fall kind of person, finding your footing is going to be a completely different journey. But I would definitely say, as much as possible, try to stay true to yourself and who you are. Otherwise, along the journey, you may see yourself reflecting back and realizing that you are becoming someone that you did not want to be. So with that, it brings me to the next topic of staying the course. When it comes to staying the course, this is my journal. This is my handy dandy everything. It is UNT, my university and whatnot, and I literally write all through this. It's my private journal. It's filled with daily thoughts, motivation, business plans, and spiritual growth. It's kind of warm. I just dropped my pen. It's kind of warm in here right now. But what I will say about staying the course is that for me, documentation is so helpful. Sometimes video documentation is really nice. because you're in the moment, and if you're like going through something that's kind of hard, you can record it and you can talk to yourself about exactly what's going on. And then when you reflect back, you'll be like, wow, like I was really sad at that moment. I can't believe I was tripping over that, because now that's like not even a big deal. Or if you're going through something amazing and like you just have to record it, because it's like, I need to remember this moment so that whenever I am on a lower point, I can always reflect back to it. That's the best time to pull out your phone and be like, hey, you're doing it. Words of affirmation. I love you. You're this, you're that. You're killing it. I'm proud of you. All of that, right? Or if you're anything like me, you can just turn to your journal. And I journal everything because I want to work on strengthening my weaknesses. That's something that I said I wanted to work on. And so with that journey of working on strengthening my weaknesses, I have to be very transparent and very open with myself. So when I write something down, I have to hold myself accountable and I have to state the facts. Like, these are your strengths, these are your weaknesses. This is where you messed up last month. This is where you're currently still messing up. This is where you did not learn your lesson. And if you truly want to become this amazing individual in the end, I'm hard on myself. If I ultimately want to become this amazing individual in the end, then I need to go through these series of steps so that I can ultimately get to that person. And I can't get to that person if I continue to not hold myself accountable. Because I think it's almost like the worst feeling when other people are holding you accountable and you're still not doing your part. So what better than to hold yourself accountable? Because then you could really look at yourself. And I have outer body conversations. Like, I speak in third person often. Hopefully I'm not the only person. If you also speak in third person, please comment down below so I know I'm not alone. But I speak in third person pretty often. So I don't know. To me, it's like accountability is key. Also, I'm good at taking constructive criticism. I would say that's one of my strong suits. Because I did sports, because I ran track for like 10 plus years of my life, I can take constructive criticism, especially from like males, pretty well. And I think that discipline in my mind has allowed me to always want to improve myself and become a better person. So that's just me personally, but I think if you are really soft and easy on yourself, maybe tune it up a little bit. Maybe like switch gears and like just try it out for size. Be hard on yourself and see how it goes. Because I think me being hard on myself has been really nice for this journey of my life. Another random tip thing, whatever, is so when it comes to staying the course, I allocate a lot of time towards self-care, because that was something that I didn't do before I moved to Chicago. And now self-care is like Lizzy time. Oh my goodness. I will take myself to get my nails done. Before, I thought that was such a task because it takes so long, right? Now I sit back, I enjoy. I'm just like, yeah, like, okay, cool. I'll go shopping by myself. I'll go out to eat by myself. I'll explore by myself. I get in Uber rides. I go out, like I do a lot of things by myself. Of course, I am a young female, so I'm not gonna just do a bunch of things at random time frames by myself, but being wise about it, I pick and choose. But that gives me time to really analyze, who is Lizzy? Who do I want to be? Do I enjoy time by myself? Things like that. So yeah, and with the whole self-care, I baby myself. So I'll like talk to myself as if I'm a child, like if I'm my own child. So that's just a random thing that I do. Like, yes, I'm hard on myself and I critique myself heavy, but at the same time I level it out because I talk to myself like I'm a baby. But whatever floats your boat, whatever works for you. I hope any and all of the advice that I just shared helps you. The next thing and the last thing is staying motivated through the changes. Staying motivated through the changes is kind of like the very first video where we talked about keeping the faith. And with that, I would definitely say life gets really hard. I know I may have made it seem in this video as if things are like great, but I did mention in the first video, like, I don't want you to think that things were just rosy. It's going to fluctuate. That's normal. You're gonna feel that way. But I want you to know you're not alone. And I also want you to know that if you're ever in need, you can always reach out. Like, always. I get people reaching out to me quite often at this point now, and as many times as I can, I will definitely lend a hand in whatever avenue will assist you all. But also, just staying the course and staying motivated does not necessarily just come from reaching out to people, but internally. So once again, you have to align yourself and know, what is my purpose? What is my end goal? What is my goal? Why was I brought here? And once you really figure out and analyze for yourself, why was I brought here? Then you'll know how to motivate yourself internally. I hope this helped. I hope all of these tips and advice have been pleasant for you all. And next time I'll try not to ghost this long without getting back to y'all. Life's just been a lot, but I'm glad that I did make the time, because I'm realizing I don't have time. I have to create time. It is 12 midnight on a work night, and I'm up talking to you all, making this video, and ensuring that you all have the tips and the tricks for post-grad, moving to a new city, making new friends, finding your footing, keeping faith, motivating others, and staying the course. Like, comment, and subscribe. Support your girl. Love y'all so much. Tune in for the next video, and check out my Instagram page if you haven't already, because I keep that one pretty up to date, not gonna lie. So all my information is gonna be down below, or it's gonna be on the next screen. Love you guys so much, and I hope you have a great one. Bye, loves.